Hey, let's do a water pump on a 2013 Chrysler Town & Country. Same thing for Dodge Caravan, 3.6 liter engine. Pretty much any 3.6 liter engine you run into. Here we go. I don't know what years this is applicable to. Maybe I'll put it in the description. So I got it lifted up in the air. Wheel is off. 19 millimeter lug nuts on this one. Splash guard right here is off. It attaches, see? Right there, and right there. This one had zip screws in it. I believe those are supposed to be push pins or 10 millimeter bolts, depending on what year you have. And it hooks in here, here, and here. Now, this is a spring clamp. Use my handy dandy long needle nose pliers. Squeeze that spring clamp together. If you're lucky, it'll lock into place and it'll stay collapsed for you. And I almost took the hose off. See, that way it doesn't come rushing out. See, we're catching it in the bucket. Uh-oh. Decided to start pissing some other way all of a sudden. I go, what the? She's all over the place now. Jesus. It was doing so good for so long. I also got that spring clamp back. Put my hose pick in here. And because it freaking froze on there. So this is a hose pick. You just kind of work your way around it. And it'll kind of break up the corrosion in there to take that off. All right, so I'm gonna remove this and this, doing the harmonic balancer at the same time. So I'm gonna zip that big center bolt off as well. Once most of the coolant was drained out, I'll pop the hoses off. 10 millimeter bolts on your water pump. I just started taking some off for fun. We got to take that belt off now. You got a 3/8 drive ratchet that goes in that square hole right there. And we're going to, oh, that's a good tensioner. Turn it to the left. That's going to loosen our belt. I got the phone camera in my hand. You got to use your other hand to grab the belt off of one of the pulleys. Let's remove the belt. Harmonic balancer bolt is out. If you do not have a good impact wrench, I use my air one right there. These can be stuck in there really bad. You might need torches, but typically a good impact will take it out. And then our harmonic balancer should just slide right off. Sometimes they don't slide off super easily, and a puller to start helps. Harmonic balancer's off. You'll see you have a keyway, and good idea to change that seal while you're in there. That's because that one's all wobbly. Rubber's deteriorated and wobbling like its own bitch. With the motor going. Now we've got a 13 millimeter right here on this idler. I cracked that free and got her almost ready to show you. And not all these bolts on the water pump are the same size. If you can't remember where the bolts go back, grab your new water pump, and as you take one out, put one bolt in. You'll see I've got 4 out, and one of them is a different size. Make sure you mark where the different size ones go if you can't remember. And let's keep on moving on. You'll see the water pump would be easy if it wasn't for these 2 big main bolts right here. I think that's a 13 and a 15. I'll let you know. Let's zip all our other stuff off. All right, all the bolts are out of there. These 2 are loose. That was a 13 and a 16 millimeter from the bottom of the motor mount. Now I'm gonna bring the vehicle down, get that motor mount out of the way so that we can pull. You can see our water pump's loose, but there's no way it's coming out of there. You feel me? It's just, you're not gonna slip and slide that one. Let's go. All right, we're topside now. We're gonna take these little clips off right here to take our air box off. You get a couple of them. And hose clamp. We're gonna take that hose clamp off from right there. Right there, you see that? 8 millimeter or a flathead. And this little guy is just gonna come right off for us. I wanna get him out of the way, so I'll pop this beauty cover off so I can move it back and out the way. And our goal is to remove this motor mount. So I got my floor jack with a chunk of wood, just so that when I get the bolts out, the engine doesn't go boom, you know, just support the engine. You got to have that buffer to distribute weight and soft, you know, don't jack on any old oil pan. What I'm going to do is just get the block of wood kissing it. So it gives it a little support. Remove all that crap. Got our air box and everything out of the way. The air box, see these little poppers here and here? They pop in right there and there. And there's 2 more spots, you'll see it. Put a little grease on those so they pop in and out easier. These ones where I had to give it quite a bit of force. But air box is out of the way. Motor mount's out of the way. That was 16 millimeter on all. There's one of the other poppers hiding right there on the motor mount. Motor mount fits in like that. Pull that out of the way. Then we had those 2 bigger bolts that were hitting the frame there. Give your jack a couple pumps, they'll come out. Then we'll zip out our 2 side bolts on the motor mount sideways. One more to go. This motor mount is ready to remove, just like that. And now our water pump is ready to remove. Let's set that down. Can I get it? Can't get it by hand. Let's lift her back up in the air or squat down. Give her a couple tugs. There we go. Gasket broke free. And there's our water pump out. Now what we're going to do is clean our gasket surface. You can see this one comes with a metal gasket that's suctioned on there pretty darn good. Here's our gasket. And take yourself a brass wire brush or whatever you prefer cleaning gaskets with. You can see there's some black material from the old one there. Get our mating surface all cleaned up and ready for the new gasket and water pump. You can see we got all the bolts in the new one. That's where the idler goes. Let's clean. Got our surface area all cleaned up. I'm gonna spray a rag down with some brake cleaner and wipe down. You can see there's still some wetness. Give her the old cleaning with the brake cleaner. I used I don't know, I think this is called like a Workman Pro or something. It's in my Amazon store. Anything that you find on my videos is in my Amazon store or TikTok shop. Gasket remover disc works great. If you're watching on YT, I'll put a link to that Gates water pump. It's my favorite quality for your buck water pump to buy. For this, our next step is to bolt up the water pump. You can see I've got the metal gasket through the bolts, so I can hold it at an angle where the bolts don't hang out, fall out. Pop it up in there, start all the bolts by hand. I got the bigger bolts not in there yet. Don't need to put them in yet. I'm going to go around and tighten them all by hand and then start doing a crisscross pattern, 2 passes. Remember how tight they were when you took them out. I mean, they're thin bolts. Don't snap any of them off in there, but make sure they're all tight. And it sure does give you more room for activities if you take your harmonic balancer out, but you don't have to. It just helps. Check all your pulleys while you're in there. Make sure there's no bearing noise or wiggly jigglies anywhere. You can see that alternator is new. Also recommended to change the thermostat right here anytime you're doing a water pump, just to let you know. And oh yeah, that's where I shoved those hoses that go to the water pump out of the way. And make sure you got good tension on your tensioner when you're putting your belt on and off. Let's get that water pump in. Got the water pump and gasket all started by hand down there. Now we're going to grab this here mount and get that started by hand as well. I just farted, by the way. Got that there top motor mount all tight. Every bolt on the water pump's tight except for the idler pulley that goes through it. We're going to wrap up the top side, put that motor mount that goes from here to there in, pop the air box back in. Remember, you got that one popper right there, so you feed this through your air box circular hole, and then make sure they're all four of those poppers are lined up, and pop, and then slap your air filter on, air filter top cover, clip, clip, clip. I got the box all the way off the throttle body because whoever put this on last didn't put it in right. It's got one sensor going to it. It's got the same thing, poppers right there. I'll lube those up so they slide in easy. And one retainer right there goes into the throttle body. Boom. When I went to grab that hose off, the whole thing came out. You may encounter that because these are a pain in the ass to put on properly. After you figure out how to do them properly, it's not too bad though. They're just awkward. So that'll all be back on, then you'll see me back from the bottom side wrapping up. Back up in the air, finishing up Flowbot's Greatest Hits album. And here we go. She's all put back together. Belt back on. There's a little peek at it. If you don't remember which way it went. Doom, 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 doom. Hose is back on. Put the hose clamps in the same position. New harmonic balancer on. Remember, you didn't have to take that off. I was just changing at the same time. Splash guard's going back on. Boom, boom. And then there's a spot over here, like, boom. Splash guard back on. Then we're going to fill it up with coolant. And I'll show you how to bleed it. Let's go. All right, you grab yourself a Phillips head screwdriver or whatever bit you need. That's what this thermostat is. Can you see it down there? Zoom in, focus. Right there, top of the thermostat housing. That X. This screwdriver fits down in there. And that is your air bleeder. So we got our funnel, we got our coolant, and we're gonna pour down here, and you're gonna hear air come out of there as coolant goes down in there. That'll get most of your air out. And then to be safe, after you get all your coolant in there, check your reservoir too. Make sure it's full. There is a line that's hard to see down on the side. It's a really long tank. But yeah, when you start getting water, coolant, whatever mixture 50-50 you're doing, when it starts coming out of there instead of air, that means you got most of the air out. Go ahead, take it for a drive. Let it cool off 100%. Never open this hot, by the way, the radiator cap. Let it cool down completely. Top off as needed. Heat it up again. Take it for another drive. Make sure you got all the air out. Check your level there. Make sure you're totally full in here. And that's your bleeder valve right there. I'm going to get it filled up. Take her for a drive, make sure she doesn't heat. When you take her for your test drive, make sure you got the heat to the max position. Make sure there's heat coming out. That'll let you know that you got all the air out when heat comes out of the vents. See ya.